I feel a lot of more people are more aware about germs. They're more sanitary, so I think it's a good thing because people need to pay more attention to their hygiene, being
Yeah.
clean. So that's one more positive aspect of it. I still never had like a real graduation. We had to wait months after, and then prom, I honestly wasn't gonna go, so I didn't really care. But for me at the time when COVID happened, I was doing so much and I was so tired when it happened. I was like, yes, a break. That's how I was instead of thinking, oh no, this is terrible. I was like, this is a break. It's also taught me to value time for myself. So that's one thing that COVID taught me is I need time for me. But I also kind of lost that experience, but I guess of the rest of high school, but I guess it was also very a good thing for me at the same time because I had the time to reflect and see that I'm a person and not a robot.
Just like to think about things in perspective, because I was so sad at points and like I didn't really notice I was a little depresso espresso until afterwards. I was like, oh yeah, like I was really like down in the dumps. Though for me, that's not as like I feel like it isn't people don't see it as much because I am someone who's very like bubbly. Getting a perspective to things and being able to see like both the good and the bad and like understanding like there's growth in that. You're gonna get like things are gonna get better and like you're gonna make friends and like you're not gonna be like lonely forever. Like this is just like a time in your life and like it will help you relate better to people when you get older, which has been nice. Like I feel like I've been able to relate with my peers, which is kind of fun. We all bond over the isolation of the pandemic. These experiences you're missing, like that's really upsetting and like you should be sad about that, but like you will get to experience things just as good in the future.
She's an entirely different person than I am now. Back then, I was a lot closer to a lot of my mental health issues than I am now, and it's difficult looking back on that time and thinking like, oh yeah, that's a girl who's making logical and sound decisions based on a good mental health state. I'm like, no, I can clearly tell that I was going through it, and now I have to actually work on myself because I can't I can't hang out with somebody who I don't like, you know? So it did force me into a lot of self-progression and self-reflection. She had no idea what was coming, and it's been crazy since then. It encouraged me to work on myself a lot. I would say that one of the big things that it helped change was just self-reflection. I mean, being able to look at my actions and know, like, I've done the best that I could here, and it's okay if it falls short of somebody else's expectations as long as it doesn't fall short of mine.